It truly saddens me to see how the once great developer who graced my childhood with games like Elder Scrolls Morrowind and Oblivion has succumbed to some of the worst practices in the video game industry. The latest Bethesda fiasco comes in the form of the Creation Club, a platform that Bethesda described as a way for the studio to release mini DLCs to consumers. It was first announced back in E3 2017, and unsurprisingly, it was met with universal criticism, with most people immediately recognizing this to be Bethesda's second attempt at paid mods. In an attempt to save face, Pete Hines had the following to say about the service in an interview with GameSpot. Creation Club was a new thing that the team came up with to say, we want to continue to make and do stuff for Skyrim and Fallout 4, and we want to create an ecosystem that works across both games, but we want to leave mods the way they are, and we don't want to change how that works. And we want to actually be able to do this ourselves, but to also bring in external developers or even bring in people who are known for making mods, but not bring them in as modders. Bring them in as, now you're a game developer with us, not on a mod. Whatever we greenlight that you make has to meet certain criteria. It can't be something you've already created that now you say, I want to offer this through Creation Club. That's not what Creation Club is about. It's almost like mini DLCs in some way, although that's probably not even a great point of reference. But they are internally created or internally created along with external developers. They are fully internally developed and work the same across all three platforms. They're guaranteed to work with your save games. They don't turn off achievements or trophies, unlike mods. They're guaranteed to work with all DLC. They'll be localized as needed. They will be put out and created as official content from the studio. So that's how the Creation Club was advertised. Fast forward 2 months later to present day, and here's what we got. Let's start by taking a look at what paid mods are available at launch. And yes, folks, I'm gonna call them paid mods because that's exactly what they are. Bethesda keeps calling them official new content developed by modders, but fuck that noise, they are paid mods, plain and simple. So, paid mods at launch include Chinese stealth armor at a price of 400 credits, modular military backpack at 400 credits, Morgan's spacesuit from Prey at 300 credits, 3 Pip-Boy paint jobs at 50 credits each, a power armor paint job at 100 credits, a couple new weapons, the shotgun at 200 credits, and the Gauss rifle at 400 credits, modern furniture workshop pack at 300 credits, Hellfire power armor at 500 credits, and power horse armor at 250 credits. Right off the bat, you may be wondering, what the hell are credits? It's straight up in-game currency that you have to pay real money for. Yep, the same kind used for the dreaded business practice you may know as microtransactions. And much like in many other microtransaction systems, you can't just purchase an exact amount of credits you need for an item. You have to purchase credit packs, which in the case of the Creation Club are priced like this. So say you only want to purchase the Hellfire power armor, which costs 500 credits. Your only option is to at least purchase 750 credits for $8, leaving you with an extra 250 credits. Sure, you can use the remaining credits on other items, but it's not about what you gained, but rather what you lost. The bottom line is that Bethesda made you shell out more money than you originally would have because they didn't give you any choice. That's how microtransactions operate. They give you the illusion of perks and discounts, but all they're really doing is nudging and scamming people into shelling out more money than they need to. And before you know it, little by little, these few extra dollars really start adding up. It's for this sole purpose that microtransactions implement tiered packages for in-game currency. The bigger the credits package, the less they cost per dollar. To show you what I mean, I've gone ahead and done all the math to convert how many dollars 100 credits in the Creation Club is worth in each tier, and the results look something like this. At $8 for 750 credits, 100 credits cost $1.07. At $15 for 1,500 credits, 100 credits cost $1. At $25 for 3,000 credits, 100 credits cost 83 cents. And finally, at $40 for 5,500 credits, 100 credits cost 73 cents. All you have to keep in mind is that with the current Creation Club system, you pay a minimum of 73 cents for 100 credits and a maximum of $1.07 for 100 credits, depending on the chosen credits package. With that in mind, the prices for the current selection of paid mods looks something like this. The most expensive stuff at the moment, like the 500 credits Hellfire Power Armor, costs between $3.65 and $5.35, while the cheapest stuff, like the 50 credits Pip-Boy Paint Jobs, cost between 37 cents and 54 cents. Looking at these figures, some people might be tempted to think that they should totally get 5,500 credits for $40 to get discounts on credits and save money. But you shouldn't just be focusing on what you're getting out of this, but rather what you're losing. And what you're losing is $40 on top of the $60 or whatever price you paid for the initial game you purchased. All for what? Content that you can get for free. That's really the most insulting thing about the launch of the Creation Club. Instead of launching this service with substantial new content like maps, dungeons, or quests that earn the label of mini DLC and justify the existence of this service, all we got instead was cosmetic bullshit, extra items, and recycled content that you can find for free through regular mods. This is after Pete Hines promised that, quote, "It can't be something you've already created that now you say, I want to offer this through Creation Club." That's not what Creation Club is about. The Creation Club's official website also goes on to say, "We won't allow any existing mods to be retrofitted into Creation Club. It must all be original content." But guess what? The Chinese armor, it already exists for free. Pip-Boy skins, they already exist for free. Power Armor skins and custom Power Armor models, they already exist for free. Settlement Workshop add-ons, they already exist for free. Retrofitted or brand new weapons, they already exist for free. So yeah, this is apparently the first impression that Bethesda wants to make with this new service, that they are charging for stuff that's free and easy. I mean, seriously, they want us to pay between 73 cents and $1.07 just to make your power armor look a little darker? They want us to shell out some money just to change our Pip-Boy's skin? This is what Bethesda calls mini DLC? And they really think that this is the right time to throw in a horse armor joke that costs between $1.83 and $2.68 amidst the launch of this bullshit service? It also doesn't help that free versions of these mods look just as good, if not better, than their paid counterparts. So Bethesda is not only asking us to pay for content that's already free, which goes against their initial promise, they are asking us to pay for content that's inferior in quality than their free versions. Now, one aspect that Bethesda says Creation Club paid mods will have an advantage on over free mods is that they'll be, quote, approved, curated, and taken through the full internal dev cycle, including localization, polishing, and testing. This also guarantees that all content works together, unquote. But see, this statement carries very little weight coming from Bethesda when you consider that they've had a long history of releasing bug-ridden, incompatible, unpolished games. That's like if Konami came out and said, employees at Konami will be treated with respect, civility, and integrity. Ironically, you know who did manage to fix and polish Bethesda's games' bugs and issues? The modders, through unofficial patches. For free. Now, admittedly, of the current selection of paid mods, there are a handful that aren't available anywhere else, like the Power Horse Armor, Morgan's spacesuit from Prey, and the modular military backpack, with the modular backpack probably being the most compelling of the current selection of paid mods. But I don't know who would think that it's worth paying between $1.83 and $2.68 for the stupid horse armor, between $2.19 and $3.21 for Morgan's spacesuit, and between $2.92 and $4.28 for a modular backpack. All ludicrous prices for things that modders could make for free with better quality. Honestly, if it were up to a studio like CD Projekt Red, content like this would just be released as free DLC. So, long story short, the Creation Club is a fucking disgrace, setting the tone for the kind of business model that Bethesda Game Studios, who I'm very quickly losing respect for, is heading towards. Sure, maybe one day they will start releasing extensive content in the form of new maps, dungeons, and quests that could be attributed as mini DLC, but don't be fooled. If the launch of the Creation Club is anything to go by, then it's safe to expect that 95% of the content will consist of these half-assed microtransaction mods that you can probably get for free and with higher quality now or in the near future through other sources of mods. The bottom line of what's happening here is that Bethesda took one of the most endearing and unique aspects of their games, the mods, and they shit all over it by taking advantage of what the vibrant modding community has built to get a piece of the pie and reap their own rewards from it. For the sake of profit, Bethesda's essentially competing with their own community through Creation Club, and they're splitting the modding community apart. Bethesda can't even be straight with us and acknowledge that the Creation Club is just flat out paid mods. These are mods of games that you have to pay for. Just because you slap a different name on it doesn't suddenly mean that it's not paid mods. But they're super adamant about it. In the Creation Club's official website, one of the FAQs reads, "Is Creation Club paid mods?" No, mods will remain a free and open system where anyone can create and share what they'd like. What a stupid way to circumvent the question. The question wasn't, will mods that are already free remain free? The question was, is the content that the Creation Club is offering, regardless of whether the content is unique to the Creation Club or not, mods that people have to pay for? The answer to that question is a resounding yes. And I don't buy it when they say that mods will always remain a free and open system where anyone can create and share what they'd like. Just you wait, this is how all shitty business practices in the video game industry begin. I am telling you, if the Creation Club ends up succeeding, free mods will slowly start to peter out as Bethesda slowly extends their grasp and takes over. Before you know it, you'll wake up one day and realize that paid mods have become a standard not just for Bethesda games, but among other studios in the industry who have followed suit after seeing how much money they can milk from this business practice. Remember, it took one successful instance of microtransactions for the rest of the video game industry to follow suit. It took one successful instance of pre-order bonuses for the rest of the industry to follow suit. And I guarantee you it will only take one successful instance of paid mod service before Bethesda and the rest of the gaming industry follows suit. We can't let this happen. We cannot let them take an aspect of Bethesda games that was born out of sheer passion and creativity and turn it into a cesspool of greed. I believe that a key reason for why Bethesda mods have always been so fantastic is because it's never been about the money. It's always been about working on something someone's passionate about regardless of the rewards. And this type of mentality is what yields the best products. But once you involve money, it starts to become less about passion and more about the best way to reap rewards and profit, and it could result in the modding community losing sight of what they once stood for. And that's kind of my greatest fear about all this. But hey, we did push Bethesda back once before when they tried to implement paid mods back in 2015, and we can do it again. Just make no mistake and don't be fooled. The Creation Club is straight up paid mods with a different label on it. It is official mods turned into microtransactions. And it is up to us, gamers and consumers, to decide if we are gonna let this shit fly. With that, I would like to end this news update and discussion video. Thank you for tuning in. Let us know in the comments below what your impressions are of the Creation Club. Also, if you enjoy my content, I hope you'll consider supporting me on Patreon to help our community remain independent of third-party sponsorship and corporate interference, and to be further updated on all things Bethesda, gaming news, reviews, and discussions. Stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out!